Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hi, I'm Ru and I teach law of assumption backed up with neuroscience. And if you've been here before, I'm so glad you're here and I love you so much. Anyways, moving straight away to the video. Today's video is about like the lazy girl manifestation method, and I thought about this concept and I've been teaching this to my clients, especially to the people who are burnt out trying to manifest. So this is it. This is for y'all, because if manifestation content has ever made you feel like you need a fucking full-time job to like get your desires to change your life, you are not alone, let me tell you, because I've been there. I've faced the exhaustion, the burnout, and it's okay. And a lot of my clients go to that process before until they meet me, where I try to make it easier for y'all. And let me tell you, somewhere along the way, manifestation, it stopped being about assumptions and identity, and it started looking like this productivity journey. Like, you have to be productive, you have to put in the effort to get it. I know you have to do it, but let me tell you, it's not always supposed to be like that. Like, it's not about efforts, it's about like how easily you wire your brain to believe whatever you're assuming for. But a lot of these TikTok baddie coaches are not going to tell you that, but I'm here. And they're going to suggest to you a lot of like morning journaling and scripting and all the shadow work and visualization and gratitude lists and watch subliminals, like watch meditations and like make vision boards and affirm every hour. And then you feel fucking guilty when you skip a day because you don't realize you are burnt out. And though, let me tell you, you can still manifest from that state, it's hard to keep up when your own like mind body is like giving up on the idea. And at some point you look at your routine and you realize you're not really manifesting a better life. It's not just happening, and you feel or you assume like manifestation is not real, it's not working. But that's not the point. You are treating it as if it's a second job where you have to fix your vibration to reach the state. Fuck no. Let me tell you, because here's the truth most people miss, and your brain does not change through like intensity, through efforts. It changes through repetition and familiarity. Okay, this is basic neuroscience, which I teach my clients in my coaching. The lazy girl manifestation method works because it focuses on low resistance repetition, which is exactly how the brain rewires the identity. And this method is not about laziness in the literal phase or in the literal sense, but it's about like reducing the mental friction you've been facing for all those couple of years or months you've been trying to manifest your desire. And your nervous system is actually going to accept your new beliefs without the burnout which you're feeling right now. Okay, so let's break down why this works. Your brain runs mostly on automatic programs, and cognitive science, it estimates that around 90 to 95% of your daily thoughts and behaviors are your subconscious patterns. Okay, and these patterns are stored in the neural networks in your brain, and they are formed through repeated experiences. Okay, and this process is called neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to recognize itself by forming new neural connections. And the brain does not require long rituals to change. It requires constant signals, constant repetition, okay, constant same experiences. In fact, when people overload themselves with too many techniques, the brain experiences something called cognitive overload. That's what we call in neuroscience. Cognitive overload, it happens when the working memory of your brain is overwhelmed with too much information or too many tasks at the same time. Okay, and when this happens, the learning slows down and the brain resists new habits or new experiences. So this is why the lazy girl manifestation method actually works. better for many of my clients, and it's proven and it's tested. So it just simplifies the process so your mind can absorb your new assumptions without actually being stressed or burnt out. Now, let me explain this method to you step by step. First step, choose one identity belief. What I mean by this is, instead of repeating 20 affirmations, choose one identity statement. Your brain organizes beliefs through something called schemas in neuroscience, which are mental frameworks that shape how you interpret, how you experience experiences. And when you repeat one strong identity belief over and over again, you begin updating your self schema. Examples of this one identity statement could be, I'm always chosen, or I succeed easily in my exams, or money flows to me naturally. Okay. Step 2, repeat it casually throughout the day. You do not need a complicated ritual for this. Just repeat the belief when your mind is idle, while brushing your teeth, while walking to class, while cooking dinner, while waiting in a line, waiting for your bus, waiting for your train, because repetition is going to strengthen your neural pathways, and this is called Hebbian learning, which follows the principles that neurons that fire together wire together. Okay, third step, stop monitoring every fucking thought. What I mean by this is, many people burn out because they think one negative thought is going to ruin everything, and then they're going to try to revisit the past, trying to refound the past, trying to change the story, this, that. They're trying to fix constantly, and that's not what you fucking need. In reality, your brain produces tens of thousands of thoughts daily, okay, and many of them is just random noise. So manifestation, it depends on your dominant mental pattern, your dominant assumption, and not your occasional passing thoughts. Okay. Step 4, allow your emotions to exist. Emotional regulation research, it shows that suppressing emotions, suppressing your feelings actually increases stress hormones in your body, and that activates the brain's threat response. So you do not need to force yourself to feel positive in order to manifest anything. Okay, even though you're crying on your bedroom floor, you can still manifest your SP. And let me tell you, I've done it, my clients have done it, and it's okay. Just let it out. Step 5, act like the version of you who already has it. Now, this is going to be a bit tricky, but it's not a necessary step. But your brain learns through behavioral feedback loops. Okay, so if you act like someone confident, someone who is chosen, someone who is organized, who is secure in relationships, your brain is going to update that identity model to match your behavior. Okay, so even small actions matter. For example, if you're manifesting academic success to passing your exams, score well, top the class, top the course, whatever, and you study consistently like someone who expects good results, you're gonna get it. If you are manifesting love, stop chasing and start practicing or prioritizing yourself like someone who knows they're valued, who knows they're chosen. Okay, that's gonna change it. That's gonna change how you show up in the 3D towards your desire, towards your SP. Okay, and the last step is let boredom work in your favor. When affirmations, they start to feel neutral, they start to feel boring, that is a good sign, which I tell my clients all the time. Don't stop there. This is called habituation in neuroscience. It's a psychological process where repeated exposures actually make something feel very normal. So when your affirmations feel normal, your subconscious stops resisting it, and it's already installed, and boom, it's up in your 3D. This is how it works. And that's the whole method. Just 6 steps. If you even follow 5 and skip the second last one about feeling it, it's okay. It's okay. Well, let's move on to common mistakes the lazy girl method avoids. Okay. First, overloading your brain with too many techniques. We are not going to do that. Just pick one statement, repeat when your mind is idle. That's it. Treating manifestation like a daily strict checklist. We are not going to do that. Okay? We need to give ourselves the liberty and to manifest from a place of ease. Next, check constantly if it works. I don't want you to like check your 3D, manipulate your 3D, or like act up in your 3D. Just like stay in your element. Choose a statement, repeat it as many times until you get your desire. It is as simple as that. Okay, we are not going to mess up with the 3D. We are not going to check in the 3D. We are not going to fight with the 3D or in the 3D. Okay, next and last, sorry, I was about to yawn. Anyways, the last mistake it avoids is believing effort equals effectiveness. My clients have literally just done this once and boom, overnight they got the manifestation. I have literally just done it once and boom, the next morning I got my bank account was fucking full. You know what I mean? So we have to stop believing this limiting belief that effort equals to effectiveness. That is not true. Okay, no matter if you're like repeating something for like 5 days, for like 3 months, for like 6 months, but you are having opposing thoughts, you're having resistance against your dominant belief, against your desire, it's not going to show up. So it's not about how much effort you put in, it's about how well you do it, how well you know how to tackle all those beliefs, all those negative beliefs and thoughts and assumptions you have against your desire. And the only way to tackle them is to not hear to that noise. If you're manifesting your SP and if you're like, oh, he loves me, of course he loves me, of course he wants me, of course he's choosing me all day, every day. And then you have these 3 thoughts in a day, suppose, about your desire. You just affirm for like 5 minutes. And for the rest of the day, you're just like spiraling, being like, oh my god, he followed her on social media. Oh my god, why is he commenting on her post on social media? Oh my god, he's reposted her reel. Like, you know what is happening? So your dominant story here is you not being loved by SP. So how do we like correct this? By not giving a fuck about 3D. Your SP could be getting married, but in our heads it's always like, oh no, we are going to move on, we are going to move in together, we are going to fucking marry, and we're going to have a good life, and that is it. Fucking be Delulu. Who cares? That is the whole point. We have to fucking ignore the 3D. Like anything you see in the 3D which is not in your favor, it did not happen. No, it did not happen. Go back in your state, repeat that one same statement, that one affirmation you picked until it shows up. So it's not about effort, it's about how well you do it. Okay? So this is it. Anyways, if you feel burned out from complicated manifestation routines and want a structured but simple approach to actually get your desires, also which is actually going to work with your brain and which is going to make sense to you, I offer personalized one-on-one coaching. Please email me at thecasualwitchnextdoor@gmail.com, where we focus on self-concept, we focus on our subconscious belief rewiring, and of course, and manifestation techniques, which are grounded in psychology and neuroscience. So your brain is not fighting anything. But also you can message me here, you can message me on Instagram, all the links are in the description. You can also follow my Tumblr blog, and that is it for today's video. Let me tell you, it's not about what you're doing more, it's about how right and how correctly you're doing. Okay, see you in the next one. Bye guys.